Hello, first graders. It's Mrs. Bauman here for our next reading lesson. The last couple weeks, we've been learning about how we get to go on adventures in the stories that we read. And for the next book that we're going to read, you're going to learn to think about something even more important than what the characters do. And you're probably thinking, huh? What's more important than what the characters do? And I'm going to give you a clue because the authors oftentimes put the clue on the front cover. So let's look at the front cover of our book. Our book is called Mr. Putter and Tabby Drop the Ball, and it's written by Cynthia Rylant and Arthur Howard. And here is our clue. The most important thing in a story are the characters. That's right. So today, I want to teach you that readers meet characters along the way. And we are going to read the first 2 chapters of this book, Mr. Putter and Tabby Drop the Ball. So here's our learning target today. It says, I'm learning to pay attention to details so I can understand the characters. And here are our look-fors, our jobs. I can use words and pictures. There's oftentimes clues in there that will tell you more about the characters. I can think about who they are, what the characters like and don't like, what they do and say, and then I can talk about the characters. So at the end of our video, you will be talking to your families about the new characters that we meet in this book. Let's do a sneak peek and look at the front cover again. And let's look closely at Mr. Putter and Tabby. Looks to me like they're playing baseball. Here's his baseball mitt, and here's the baseball. Looks like he's going to try to catch it. And here's Tabby right on his shoulder. And let's look at the back cover. Here is our blurb. It says, it's summertime, and Mr. Putter decides to join the Yankee Doodle Dandies baseball team. He can still catch those fly balls, but will his creaky knees cooperate when it's time to pick up those ground balls? With a little help from Mrs. Teaberry's good dog Zeke, anything is possible from the outfield. So we learned even more about our characters. We learned that Mr. Putter has decided to join a baseball team, and we've learned about a new character that we will be meeting, Mrs. Teaberry and her good dog Zeke. Let's look at our title page. Mr. Putter and Tabby Drop the Ball, written by Cynthia Rylant and illustrated by Arthur Howard. And we see Tabby right here. She's looking at that baseball, and it doesn't look like she has a very happy look on her face, does it? I wonder what Tabby is going to think about baseball. This book has a table of contents, and there's 5 chapters. Chapter 1, baseball. Chapter 2, the team. Chapter 3, the dandies. Chapter 4, drop the ball. Chapter 5, what a day. So today we're going to read the first 2 chapters to learn about our characters. Okay, so as we read, kiddos, I want you to be paying close attention and thinking, what am I learning about the characters so far? Chapter 1, baseball. Mr. Putter and his fine cat Tabby loved to nap in the summertime. They loved napping in the garden. They loved napping on the porch. They loved napping in the car. What have we learned so far about these characters? They love napping. That's right. So let's keep reading to learn even more about these characters. It seems that we nap all the time, Mr. Putter said to Tabby one day. Tabby was old, and her frisky days were over. She loved napping. I think we need a sport, said Mr. Putter. Tabby opened one eye. She's not too sure about that idea. Look at the way she's looking at him. I think we need baseball, said Mr. Putter. Tabby opened the other eye. I wonder where my old mitt is, said Mr. Putter. He headed to the basement. Tabby was wide awake now. Let's look closely at the picture on this page. And what else can we learn about Mr. Putter by looking at all the things in his basement? I see an old bike. I see a racket, a sled. Here's a bowling ball. Do you see his mitt? Here it is in the corner. And there's roller skates too. So it seems to me that Mr. Putter used to be sporty and active. And he and Tabby have gotten older, and now they do love to nap. But in the past, he loved to be sporty. All right, let's keep reading. Chapter 2, The Team. Mr. Putter found his mitt. Now all we need is a team, he told Tabby. Mr. Putter called his friend and neighbor, Mrs. Teaberry. So this is where we're going to be introduced to another character, Mrs. Teaberry. So let's pay close attention to see what we can learn about Mrs. Teaberry. Mrs. Teaberry would know about a team. She was very sporty. She even walked the dog-a-thon with her good dog Zeke. Of course there's a team, said Mrs. Teaberry. It's called the Yankee Doodle Dandies. Am I too old to play? Asked Mr. Putter. Heavens no, said Mrs. Teaberry, handing Zeke a sniffy bone. You will feel young on that team. So what did we learn about Mrs. Teaberry? She has a dog, Zeke, and she also is very sporty. She loves to go walking with her dog. She was even in the dog-a-thon walk. Will my knees feel young on that team? Asked Mr. Putter. You are not too old, and neither am I, said Mrs. Teaberry. We'll both play. Mr. Putter hung up the phone. I hope I'm not too old, he said to Tabby. Tabby just purred. To her, Mr. Putter was perfect. Oh, so sweet. Okay, kiddos, we learned so much about these two characters in our book so far. And this is really big, important work. You're realizing that people are the most important thing in a story, just like people are the most important things in our lives. So right now I want you to, when we stop the video, I want you to turn and tell your family what have you learned so far about Mr. Putter and Tabby and about Miss Teaberry and Zeke. And when you go off to read this week, you won't want to miss any important details about the characters that you're reading. So make sure that you pay close attention to who those characters are, what they like and what they don't like, and what they say and what they do. Okay, kiddos, are you ready? Your characters are waiting for you. So happy reading. Have a great week. Bye-bye.